Hey, welcome to another video on Expected Value Lotto, where we look at US scratch tickets and their expected values. And before we get into this video, I do want to mention that I was just able to put memberships on my channel. So if you have found the information from these videos informative and you want to support what I'm doing here on the channel, that option is available now, and I would greatly appreciate your support in that way. But if not, no worries. But it is there if you ever need that option. So, or want that option. So now we'll get into the video. In this video, we're looking at the new California Lottery $5 Red Hot Poker ticket. This is part of the September 2024 series of tickets. It came out in California last week. This is not your typical number match game. Instead, you're playing poker here, obviously. Up here at the top, you've got your dealer's hand, and then you've got 8 hands. If any of your hands beat the dealer's hand, you win the prize associated with that hand. There's also a multiplier spot here in the bonus chip area where you can multiply your winnings. And then here in the fast 50 chip bonus spots, if you find that 50 symbol, you win 50 bucks. Now here on this page, we are looking at the prize structure and odds that the California Lottery put out on this game. Overall odds are 1 in 3.62, cash odds 1 in 5.31, and it does look like you can win anywhere from $5 up to $75,000. And it is this top prize that really stands out on this prize structure. It's just too low. I mean, a $5 ticket should have $500,000 as the top prize. And so, yeah, I mean, I always say, you always need to consider the wager that you're making for the top prize at whatever odds it is. So I would not make a $5 wager for a $75,000 top prize at odds of 1 in 1.2 million. That's ridiculous. This top prize is just way too low. California Lottery being super cheap here. Now, nothing else in the prize structure really stands out, so we will talk about taxes. In California, for any prize over $5,000, they're automatically going to take out 24% in taxes. I don't view the tax money as part of the value of a game, and so that is going to affect how I view this top prize. So instead of $75,000, I'm going to view this as $57,000, which is even more ridiculous. I mean, that top prize is just so low. If lightning strikes, you want to win life-changing money, not $57,000. $57,000, would be nice, but it's not changing somebody's life. And so yeah, I mean, it's just way too low. So this ticket is not for me, even though it looks like it's fun to play, not for me. Now, with this adjusted top prize, when you run the numbers on this game, you find out that the payout comes in between 69 and 70%. Also too low. I mean, we look for a minimum of 70% payout for all tickets we review on the channel. Yeah, we look for the tickets over 70% because states can make plenty of money in that 70% range. So for California to put out a $5 ticket at 69% payout just means that they're holding back money that they don't need to hold back. They're treating their customers unfairly, and it's disrespectful to the customer, in my opinion. So yeah, not into this payout at all. So big reason number 2 why I wouldn't be playing this. The other thing we do need to mention about the 69% payout is that it does include all the top prizes and upper mid-tier prizes, which not a lot of people are going to be winning, which means very few people are even going to see 69% payout on this game. And so what we want to know now is, what is the payout going to be for the average person with average luck who may not be winning the top prizes? And in order to figure that out, we're going to subtract out the value of the top 1% of prizes, recalculate, and see what that new payout number is going to be. So looking back here at the prize structure, the separation between the top 1% and bottom 99% of prizes happens here at the $100 prize level. And I got to be clear, I would not buy this. I would not recommend anybody buy this. But we know people are going to buy it. So for those people who are playing, when they do win on it, they're going to expect to see a prize somewhere between $5 and $100. There's a split there at the $100 prize level. It's about 20 to 80. So only about 20% of these $100 prizes will fall here in the bottom of the prize structure where average folks are winning. The other 80% are going to join the rest of these prizes to make up the top 1% of prizes. Now, top 1% prizes are really difficult to hit. If you want to know the odds of hitting one, look at the overall odds, move that decimal point 2 spaces to the right, and you find out that only about 1 in every 362 tickets has a top 1% prize on it, which means you are in $1,810 before you would expect to see even one of these top 1% prizes. So that's really important information to note if you are thinking about playing this game. Now, because so few people are going to be winning these top 1% prizes, we're going to take the value of all of these, subtract it from the payout number you saw before, and that's going to leave us with a payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes, where 99% of people are going to be playing this game. And when we do that, we find out that the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes comes in between 58 and 59%. This is also too low. We look for a minimum of 60% payout for the bottom 99% of prizes. And the reason we look for 60% is because, at least in my opinion, when you're playing here in the 50% range, it just feels like you lose your money so fast that, to me, it's not fun to play. It's frustrating. And so, why am I going to pay $5 to be frustrated? So yeah, this is reason number 3 why I would not be picking up this game. Now, here on this page, we are keeping track, or we're tracking the increases and decreases in California $5 tickets. You can see the data point for Red Hot Poker all the way over here on the right. There was a decrease in value from the previous $5 ticket that came out, the Lucky 7 ticket that came out last month. I always say, when you see a decrease in value like this, don't play the ticket, because with every purchase you make, you're communicating approval of what your state lottery is doing, and you don't want to communicate approval when they're taking value out of your tickets. What the message you want to communicate is, listen, we don't like to see these decreases in value. We don't deserve to have our tickets decrease in value, and we're not going to buy the tickets when they decrease in value. And so that's the message you want to send. So this is one that I would leave on the shelf. If you are playing $5 tickets in California, you appear in green. You see the best ticket in every column. So if you're playing for overall value, Lotteria Extra has the highest payout ticket that still has a top prize in play. If you are playing for odds, Lucky 7 has the best odds. If you're a more conservative player and like to hold on to as much of your money as possible, Lucky 7 has the most money at the bottom of the prize structure for average folks. And then if you are more of a high roller and like to win a little bit more money, when you are lucky enough to hit in the top 1%, the Big Spin has the most money at the top. And then we are keeping track of top prizes over here as well, if you're interested in that. Now, here on this page, we're ranking California $5 tickets based on overall payout. 69.82 was good enough for 5th place on this list. So, Red Hot Poker is definitely not the worst $5 ticket that you can get, but it is below the minimum that we look for. Now, California $5 tickets are not strong anyways, and that is why Red Hot Poker is here in 5th place. Now, here on this page, this is the ranking based on the bottom 99% payout. Here, Red Hot Poker is in 2nd place. So, by California standards, this is a pretty friendly ticket to the average player. However, it is below the minimum that we look for, which means California tickets are typically very rough on the average player. So, just because it's 2nd place here on this list does not mean it's good. Now, here on this page, this is where we get to compare $5 tickets across states. So top 35 tickets are here on the screen from the 6 states that we're looking at. And mostly what we see is Massachusetts and Georgia, with a couple tickets from Florida. And then we've got one from California. So what that means is that California is not really competitive with what the top states are doing. And that needs to change. I mean, when you look at this list, Massachusetts, this is really what $5 ticket value should be. Massachusetts is the only state that regularly treats its customers with enough dignity and respect that they can give them a decent $5 ticket. Regularly has 76% payout, which is, in my opinion, I think where $5 ticket values probably should be. The best $5 ticket, though, we've seen came out of Georgia. It was called Fast 50s, had 77% payout. And so we have to ask the question, if Georgia can put out a $5 ticket at 77% payout and make plenty of money doing it, then why in the world is California putting out $5 tickets at 69% payout? That's about 8 percentage points less than what Georgia did with Fast 50s. And while 8% might not sound like a lot, it is a lot of money when you think about how many tickets go into just one scratch game. So one scratch game can easily have 10 million tickets that make up the game. Multiply that by the $5 price tag, and that's $50 million wrapped up in just one of these scratch games. And 8% of 50 million is $4 million that the Georgia Lottery put into the hands of its players with this Fast 50s ticket that California is basically stealing from its players on this Red Hot Poker ticket. I hate to see scratch players get taken advantage of, but that is exactly what California is doing with this $5 ticket. And this is one of the better ones. So with every single $5 ticket that California puts out, they're stealing your money, they're disrespecting you. And for that to change, you have to stop buying the tickets. I know it's not the best solution, but if you really like $5 tickets, you can always find a Massachusetts scratcher online and go in on some Massachusetts $5 tickets because you're going to get way more bang for your buck doing that than you are from buying California tickets. Now here, at least California $5 tickets. Now here on this page are the top 36 tickets based on that bottom 99% payout. 58.90, not good enough to make this list either. And so you can see, you know, you should at least have 60% payout when you're buying these tickets. 60% payout for the bottom 99% of prizes. That means you're winning enough of your money back to where maybe you can go back and play again, maybe a third time. And you know, you can have fun because it takes a while to go through whatever you have to spend. Now here on this page, just to give a little bit more context as to how low the payout is on this new $5 ticket from California, the best $2 ticket we've seen came out of Georgia, had 75% payout. That is over 5 full percentage points more than what you're getting from a more expensive $5 ticket from California. This is backwards. Should never happen. You should never have a cheaper ticket with a higher payout than a more expensive ticket. This is something that the California Lottery really should be embarrassed about. And they need to change. They need to make sure that all of their $5 tickets have at least 75% payout, or don't put them out. Don't rip people off. Now, here on this page are the top 36 tickets we've reviewed on the channel so far. There are no $5 tickets on this list, so you could pause that and look at it if you would like. And then here on this page are the top 36 friendliest tickets to the average player, have the highest bottom 99% payout. Here, we've got a $5 ticket at the very top of this list, beating out all of the more expensive tickets. It beats out all the $20, $30, $50, and $100 tickets. So this goes to show that at least by this metric, $5 tickets can be very, very competitive. But that's about it for the California Lottery $5 Red Hot Poker ticket. I think it looks like it's a fun ticket to play, but there's so many reasons not to play it. Overall value is too low. Top prize is way too low. It's unnecessarily rough on the people who are losing. It's got a low bottom 99% payout. Value went down from the previous month. It's not competitive with what Massachusetts is doing. And so, I mean, why buy this? There is no reason to get it. So anyways, that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.